right. What's up, guys? Matt from Ice Picks here. And I promise I'm going to keep this video as short as I can, but I really do ask that you stay and watch because all I want out of this is your opinion. I want the audience's opinion on this because I think this is really interesting and I never hear anybody ever talk about this. Okay, so first example, and forgive me if there's any technical difficulties here because I'm not the most technical person, but I'm going to do my best because I really think this is important to talk about. All right, let me show you an example. First of all, today, Kirabag, they won the first half like 6-0. Their first half money line was minus 145. Dynamo Zagreb right here, their first half money line was also minus 145. Slovan Bratislava versus Ružin Birok in Slovakia. That game ended 0-0. The under 2.5 and both teams to score no is literally hitting over 90% every time they play the last 5 years. I've taken that 4 straight times they played in the last 3 months. It's absolutely unreal. And I never see anybody betting on stuff like this. And I think it's really interesting. Right? So that was my card so far today, earlier today. And another thing I wanted to bring up is a tweet from last weekend. So I tweeted, I know most of you guys don't track small leagues like Norway, but Molde is a top 3 Norwegian team every year. They've lost once in 20 games. They beat these guys 3 weeks ago. These guys 3-0 a week ago. Forgive me. Apparently, I can't read. They're usually a Europa team. Down 1-0. I still don't think they lose this game. These guys are just too good. Bang. Here we go. 1 unit. Molde live money line plus 220. 0.75 units on draw no bet plus 115. Good read. Molde wins 3-1. Okay, so a guy like me that tracks all of these leagues around the world. So, like, I guess people that don't know or don't understand. So, this is my job now. Like, I moved to Vegas in September, many months ago, quit my full-time job, and I moved out here, and I do this now. In the last 3 years, we've made so much money, and it comes mainly from these smaller leagues. Now, yes, I'm on BetUS Serie A show, and I'm plus 23 units on that show this entire season. But most of my money is on these smaller leagues, and we have the Nordic season just starting up. Sweden, Norway, Iceland. Those are the most exciting leagues, in my opinion, and that is where so much money is going to be made. And I don't hear anybody talking about this. Like Partizan in Serbia, everybody knows Partizan is my cash cow. And they have been. But there are cash cows all over the place, and that's something I want to go over. So first, there are 4 apps that I think are the most 4 important apps to capping, in my opinion, or that help the most, especially with soccer, except the first one I'm going to mention, which is the AFL app. Australian football, which is my favorite sport, they have the absolute best app, not only for stats, not only for in-game, they have live streams, everything. It is the best app, and I think all American sports need to model their app after that one because it's awesome. The second one is FlashScore, which is the main one I use, and I love write-ups on main links that they have. I really do appreciate them. They're great. I talk to them on Twitter all the time. Next, AI Score. The best thing about AI Score is that you can split by league. You can split by home and away, and you can see first half stats really easily. That is my main use of AI Score. I do like it. And SofaScore, I like SofaScore because they tell you streaks for teams. So those are the 4 apps I use. But anyways, getting back into it. So what I do is I track every year. I've done this for 3 years, and I guess I started this 3 years ago, and I'm going to show you guys my whole list. On FlashScore, I save teams. So whenever any of these teams play, even if somehow like I'm checking the lineup for the next day and I don't see a game being played, I get notifications during the game, like, when somebody scores or whatnot. So I never miss any of these teams' games. And that's why, like, a lot of times, like, you'll just see me play a super random league one day. And it's because I've been sitting back and looking at these teams every week, and I finally get a good line on them. So we're just going to run through this real quick. Aberdeen in Scotland, don't play them often. Greece. Actually, I'm just going to highlight some of these. Al-Sadd, everybody knows Al-Sadd, just a freaking tank from Qatar. Argentina national team, I take first half team total for them every single game they play. Eris in Greece, my least favorite team in the entire world. You can quote me on that. Basel, Switzerland. I mean, we're all over the place here. My favorite South American side, Bragantino in Brazil, Breidablik in Iceland. We have Brescia in Italy's Serie B, Estoril in Portugal. First half overs for them were a great play for a lot of the year. Djurgården in Sweden, first half money line when they play at home. Let's continue here. Hammarby, a team I definitely am keeping my eye on in Sweden. Guarani, a South American team that has not been playing very good at all lately. Fredrikstad in Norway, people. I am definitely betting on them this week. They've had over 10 straight, both teams to score in over 2.5, and I guarantee you it's going to be playable this weekend. It's going to be a good price. Klassavik down here, Faroe Islands. They beat everybody to oblivion in the Faroe Islands. I mean, just a monster of a team. Lincoln Redims in Gibraltar, Maccabi Haifa in Israel, Malmo in Sweden. A lot of people know them from Europa League. Nefti Baku, also in Azerbaijan, where Kiribag, the team I bet earlier today, is also on there. Partizan in Serbia, Pyramids in Egypt, Rotary in Lithuania. Rangers in Scotland, who just had a game yesterday. UC Dublin, now promoted to the Premier Division in Ireland, were a wagon last year before they got promoted. You got other teams on here. Viborg, another team that got promoted this season, not doing as well. Not much as wagon. The New Saints in Wales, they won 7-0 today. And then I do use this for other sports too. Like on here, I have just a few different hockey teams. I have a KHL team, Dynamo Riga, Cherepovets, both KHL teams. A couple of Norwegian hockey teams I kept my eye on. I haven't really bet on that league in a long time now. American football, alpine skiing. When I went on that huge run during the Olympics, I started tracking these guys, and I'm actually getting the results every week. So it's interesting. I'm keeping up with it. I want to bet on it again soon. And of course, Aussie rules. You don't see the Geelong Cats under my teams anymore. I got kind of pissed off and I took them off. But yeah, that's the basis of it. So really, guys, all I want to know is is this stuff that I have picks for these leagues that maybe I'm not putting out in videos because I don't think anybody cares about it, but it is such a good investment source. There is such a high rate of return on these leagues because the lines are so soft. It's the same thing with Australian football when I bet on it. There's not nearly as many people betting on it. I'm telling you, I showed you guys earlier, and I'll pull it up again. Today I played a parlay of Kiribag first half money line and Dynamo Zagreb first half money line. Both they outscored their opponents 9-0. It was 6-0 at halftime for Kiribag. Actually 7-0 at halftime for Kiribag. I mean, it was just an absolute beatdown. It's insane. And I know most people don't even know about these teams. They don't know they exist. So I just want to know, do you guys want me to start making more videos on them? Because I just feel like I have so much information on these teams and nobody else is even betting on them. And I just think it's crazy. So just let me know. That's all this video is for. And thank you guys for watching.